Good morning, welcome to the headlines. Live with me, Rob Double, here on Core Politics. The day is Wednesday, the 7th of September 2017. Let's have a look at what's making the headlines. So first up, the Eye, the Times and the Telegraph, as you can see in their pictures, all covering Hurricane Irma. Now this is the most powerful Atlantic storm in a decade. It hit the Caribbean islands yesterday, wind speeds of up to 185 miles an hour. At least 9 people have been confirmed dead, sadly, and obviously a significant amount of buildings destroyed and turned into rubble. Projections suggest on its trajectory that it will hit the state of Florida on Sunday. Next up in the Mail, as you can see, doctors, we won't take any more patients. This is their headline today. Half of GPs want to close their lists to new patients. They say the step is necessary to provide safe care to those already on their books. This is from a survey of about 2,000 senior family doctors, the Mail is reporting. Unions will now decide if doctors should take action in a show of protest against the government. We should say that GPs are the ones who are particularly angry, or so the Mail is reporting, because they're being told to work more weekends and evenings without the extra funding they say they need. Let's look in focus, though, at the main story, which is, of course, as most of the times it is, centering around Brexit and the Brexit negotiations. Let's start with the Financial Times, the FT. British companies asked to publicly show their support for the government's approach to Brexit. Now, this is in the form of a letter which has been reportedly written by Downing Street, by the government, and they're asking British companies to sign it, which effectively says that they are praising Theresa May's attempt to secure a transition period and her whole tactic going forwards in the Brexit negotiations. The letter is reportedly to say that ministers all share an understanding that Brexit is happening. The FT, though, is reporting that executives have been angered by the request of signing this letter, saying that they will not be strong-armed by ministers. The Guardian, similarly, is covering Brexit. EU to release 5 combative papers based on the day of exit. So they're looking at the European side of the negotiations. These combative papers reported to place responsibility pretty much on the UK for everything, in particular the Irish borders. The EU is basically saying they're looking to the UK to provide the solution to the Irish border when Brexit happens on March 2019. Final story then comes from the Times. Crackdown on university pay. Now, this is a policy being announced today by Joe Johnson, the university's minister. A new watchdog called the Office for Students will regulate university pay, and any institution paying its head £150,000 or more, which is more than the Prime Minister, must submit a written explanation. They must also publish details of all staff earning more than £100,000 and publish the ratio between its best paid employee and the average salary amongst its staff, and must also be able to explain pay rises for senior staff that are higher than the average pay rises across the university staff as a whole. So if they fail to do so, it's reported that they will be fined. That's pretty much it. You're up to date today. Don't forget you can find out more on all we're doing here on Core Politics by following our Facebook stream and our Twitter feed. But from me here in London live, have a fantastic rest of your day.